The physical version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition does not get the free upgrade. Why?
Video games, video games. Video games, video games.
Xbox, as we know it, may be over. We knew this was coming. It's been speculated. We've had pieces of Xbox already end up on PlayStation. But now, Gears of War is officially going to PlayStation 5 with Gears of War Reloaded, which is a new version of Gears of War 1, which is also coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox PC, and Steam. The PlayStation 5, obviously the big one, is one of Microsoft's flagship Xbox franchises, now on the competitor. So this was written by Mike Crump, the studio head for the coalition that makes the game, on the Xbox website. Gears of War Reloaded is a celebration of one of gaming's most iconic franchises, featuring 4K resolution, 120 frames per second support, and the ultimate multiplayer experience with cross-progression and cross-play across all platforms. This is the definitive way to experience the game that started it all. As we approach the 20th anniversary of Gears of War in 2026, man, that makes me feel old. 20 years, Gears of War can almost drink. With Gears of War Reloaded, we're opening that door to more players than ever. It's just weird to me. You know, I'm happy that the PS5 PlayStation players that now have the opportunity to experience this. I don't have a horse in the race here. I think console wars are stupid. They were for kids in the 90s with Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and now it's carried over to adults with Microsoft and Sony. I don't understand it. If you like video games, enjoy everything that you can. That's always been my philosophy. I've been mostly an Xbox player, but that doesn't mean, like, I'm not loyal to Xbox. I don't have any corporate loyalties. I'm not mad that, one of my Xbox games is going to PlayStation. To me, that's just silly. But I've also discussed this too. I don't understand why anybody would get an Xbox anymore if all their games are going to end up on PlayStation. It launches on August 26th for $40. That's a good price point, I think, especially in today's day where we're hearing a lot of games are going up to $80, and arrives on day one with Game Pass Ultimate. It includes the full breadth of content from the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which was the remaster that came out in 2015. So you had Gears of War originally come out in 2006, Gears of War 1. They remastered it with the Ultimate Edition, which I have right here, which I'm, for a reason, in 2015. And now this game is the third version of it. It includes the bonus campaign act, all multiplayer maps and modes, and a full roster of the classic characters and cosmetics. You don't have to sign in with a Microsoft account. However, if you do, it unlocks full cross-platform functionality. Well, how would you sign into a Microsoft account on a PlayStation? So that must just mean PC, because like you can't, right? Unless something's new come out that I don't know about. Nintendo and PlayStation looks like it's going to be the only top dogs in gaming, at least console-wise. It seems like Xbox is going the way of Sega, getting out of just becoming a big publisher. Which, with this philosophy, with doing this, they need to. I don't know why they would even make consoles anymore after this. It allows you to send invites and play with friends across platforms like Xbox to PlayStation or Steam to Xbox. Right, but how do the PlayStation people do this? Well, that's a little bit confusing. This is where I got a little upset. As a token of our gratitude to longtime fans, Gears of War Reloaded will be a free upgrade for players who purchased the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition prior to today's announcement. Free upgrade for people that purchased the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition. You know what that means? That means Jeff, who spent the same amount of money on the physical version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition, does not get the free upgrade. Why? It's not like this is something that can't be done. They've been doing it since the release of the consoles. You pop your disc in, you get the Series X upgrade for some games, the smart delivery. Xbox has been doing this since day one of the Series X with the Xbox One games. The fact that they're not doing it for this means they're choosing not to do it for this because they're giving it to the people that have the digital version. How is that right? I spent the same amount of money on this than people did on the digital version. Why do they get the free upgrade and I don't? I replied to the tweet and I simply said, stop treating physical owners like second-rate customers. The amount of hate I got from that comment is unbelievable. There are people that are happy that physical owners don't get the free upgrade. You should just buy digital. And I'm like, are you people... First of all, what a weird thing to be happy about. That people that bought the physical version don't get the upgrade. That's very weird. Some of the replies are like, well, you should be buying digital and all this stuff. And I'm like, why are you simping for corporations that don't want you to own your games? You do realize a digital game you do not own. You purchased a license to play. You don't own it. They could just take that away from you. They can't come into my house and take this away. Then the straw man arguments come out. People saying stuff that has nothing to do with it. Keep in mind, I was not rude. I quoted this exact quote that people that have the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate get a free upgrade to the Reloaded. And I said, stop treating physical owners like secondhand customers or second-rate customers. So then I get comments like, you're crying for not getting a 10-year-old game for free. Like, do you think I would be crying for not getting it for free if nobody else was? If the digital owners weren't getting it for free, do you think I'd be sitting here saying, I deserve this game for free? No. I'm saying it because they are giving it to people that paid the same amount of money for the game that I did. But because they downloaded it, instead of buying a disc, they get it for free and I don't. That's why I'm crying. Because it's not right. And again, that has nothing to do with my point. My point is physical owners are being treated differently than the digital owners. And they wanted to say, oh, you're just crying because you're not getting a 10-year-old game for free. The one guy that said that's the consequence of using a physical version of a game. There are benefits and disadvantages to owning either version. You can't have all the benefits and none of the disadvantages. And I'm like, do you hear yourself? Why do you think there should be disadvantages to something you spend your money on? There shouldn't be. And then the other ones I got, well, physical games are becoming extinct. Nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Nothing to do with what I'm talking about. You're changing the subject. So what if they are? This game is not. That has nothing to do with the fact that there are people that own the physical copy of this game. So even if physical games go extinct, this one is not. It has nothing to do with the conversation. And the other one is it's on Game Pass. You can play free anyway. Then why are they giving it to people that own the digital? What if I don't have Game Pass anymore? People that don't want Game Pass. Now you're like forcing to pay for Game Pass if just to play this game? I can't just play the game offline. I have to pay for Game Pass. That's not the same thing. One guy was like, why do you think you should get a free physical copy? I'm like, where did I say that? Like, now they're changing things that I'm saying. Why do I think I should get a free physical copy? Who said that? And then another one's like, oh, you can't upgrade physical games to get a digital version. Oh, really? Because they've been doing that since the consoles came out. Smart delivery on Xbox and the PS5 upgrades. You do them with the disc versions, you put the disc in and you get the digital upgrade. And another person was like, oh, well, they can't do that because people would just rent the game and get it for free. No, that's not how that works. You have to put the disc in every time. So people, like, it's unbelievable. They just want to argue to argue. The people look at my tweet that simply said, stop treating physical owners like they're the secondary customers, because I believe if digital owners of this game get a free upgrade, then the physical people should too. And people got mad at that comment. Unbelievable that people get mad. There'll be people watching this right now getting mad at what I'm saying. And please leave a comment telling me how mad you are, because that helps me. But I want you to also consider why it makes you mad that I think because I own a physical game, I should be treated the same as somebody that owns the digital copy. And if you're happy that physical owners don't get a free copy like the digital owners do, that's weird. That's weird. You literally just prove yourself wrong in that statement. A digital game, by definition, has no disc. By your own admission, you still require a disc that's not a digital copy. What a stupid straw man argument. You know that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the upgrade, the digital upgrade, which is exactly what it is, like the smart delivery or the PS5 upgrade. These people, like, what a stupid comment. But that's how they think. They don't think logically. They got mad because you want a physical edition of Karate Kid. Why would that make them mad? Well, I play digital games, so screw the physical people. Why? Because, like, on the physical side, you actually own the game. On the digital side, you don't. So you're like simping for corporations to take away your ownership rights, and you're paying them for this, and you're applauding them. And somebody was like, "Oh, enjoy all the games taking up space in your house." Yeah, I do. I do enjoy them taking up space in my house. I like to see what I own. I like collecting them. I like being able to hold the things I pay for. I like it. I do enjoy that. You're not insulting me. See, yeah, it's like that right there. That's a lie. That's a lie. They never do physical to digital upgrades. That is a lie. PS4 disc. Download the digital update for PS5. I played the PS5 version. I don't have a PS5 disc. This is what I'm talking about. But these people, they try to change the conversation. I said remaster, not an update for a pre-existing game. But again, another straw man. They are giving them this. They're doing that. They're giving them the remastered version, they're even the remake of this. They're giving it to them. They're already doing that. So I'm saying they should do it for everybody. So they changed the arguments. How do you verify someone owns the physical copy? Oh wait, you can't. And where can you very easily figure out who owns physical copies and who bought them? That's right, digitally. You verify it by putting the disc in the drive. Do you see what I'm talking about with that comment? He bought a physical game 10 years ago and he's upset he's not getting it digitally for free. Yeah, because the digital people are. They are getting it for free. And they paid the same amount of money that I did. Absolutely. I'm upset. I wouldn't be upset that I'm not getting it for free if everybody else wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a straw man. They're changing the conversation. LOL, physical owners. PC abandoned physical many years ago and nobody cares. It'll be a thing of the past soon enough. Yeah, okay. And guess what? You won't own anything. You won't own any of it. They can take it away from you whenever they want. Oh, the license expired. Sony's already done that with movies and they refunded nobody. They just took them out of their library. That's another straw man too. Oh, there's nothing on the disc. So what? I still paid for the game, even if there wasn't. This game, the entire game is on the disc. A lot of them still do that. But even if there wasn't, that has nothing to do with the conversation. I still bought the game. So that's irrelevant. Yeah, that guy said, like, that guy was trying to say I should have bought the digital version also because it was only $5 at some point in time. Why? Why would I buy that when I already own it? The people that are so upset that I believe that if you're going to give digital people that bought the game this free upgrade, then the physical people should too. What is wrong with that logic? Why would that upset you? I'm excited to play this. I won't own it, but I'll play it on Game Pass. But I'm also hoping that we get the PlayStation people get to play Gears of War 2 and 3. It's weird. I thought when the rumors were going around that this was going to go to PlayStation, that they would put the whole original trilogy on there. But maybe they're going to do that in the future. You know, with the new game coming out, that's a prequel. Maybe they just wanted to make sure they can at least play the first one for now. So hoping that they'll buy the prequel. I hope to see 2 and 3 go over there at some point in time. But the future of Xbox has just changed completely. When Halo goes, Halo's the only one left. I expect that to change very soon.